Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel, and we have finally got a little bit of news that we've I think a lot of us have been waiting for the last couple months, ever since the parks actually closed in mid-March, and that is we finally have Disney's submitted plans for proposed reopening, and that is Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom plan to reopen July 11th. And these are phased reopenings, and Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot plan on opening July 15th. Now, of course, like we all know, there's going to be a lot of restrictions. I'm really kind of doing this video to get in and get your all's thoughts about, did you think it was going to be that far out? Did you think it was going to be in June? Reading your all's comments is one of the most interesting parts for me than kind of reading over the blogs and all that. I like to hear, really like to hear what you guys think about all this. Of course, you know, they're going to be imposing a lot of stricter guidelines when the parks first open. Staff and employee will be wearing masks like we all assumed. And also as well as the social distancing, and they're trying to transition to, as many cashless transactions as possible. Thorough cleaning, all of that stuff that we knew they were going to say. But I think the date, essentially the farther off date in July kind of threw a lot of us for a little bit of a loop. A lot of us were I think we're trending towards a June reopening. We didn't know when in June, but we thought, given the circumstances with Universal Studios reopening in, phased reopening starting June 5th, we thought Disney would follow up around that or shortly behind that. But no, in fact, they are pushing past the July 4th holiday here in the States, and they are shooting for July 11th. A lot of people, though, really interesting takes also on Twitter today, that people were saying that is really, they're thinking that timeline is buying the parks more time to finish a lot of the entrance construction that they're undergoing right now. And if they were to open in, say, June, the way the entrances are being constructed right now and everything's being walled off with barriers, you would have a lot of people trying to pass through small points of entry. So a lot of them are saying they're using that mid-July date to push more of the park entrance construction and hopefully wrap that up and get that done. But also, too, it's not just some changes to the way you will experience, the guest experience changes as far as while you're actually there, but it's when you can actually be there. They actually come out today, and Disney has updated their park hours to reflect a significantly shortened operating schedule than they've previously had on the website and the app, and so we'll go over some of these right now. For instance, the very first one, the first change that you'll notice is Magic Kingdom. They've removed all park hours prior to July 11th, and they've shortened park hours. Normally in July, Magic Kingdom, their closing time is 10 p.m. It is going to be shortened to 7 p.m. You have to start making your way out of Magic Kingdom at 7. Disney's Animal Kingdom, same way. They removed July 11th time frame. They've shortened the park hours. Disney's Animal Kingdom used to close at 8:30. Now it's going to close at 6. But they've moved the park opening from 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. So they are going to let you guys come in an hour earlier, but they're closing about an hour and a half earlier as well. So, and then moving on to Disney's Hollywood Studios, they have shortened the park hours. Remember, DHS used to close at 9. Now it's going to close an hour sooner at 8. And they've moved the opening. You're losing hours all around with Hollywood Studios. Normally, Hollywood Studios opened at 9 a.m. That is going to be pushed to 10 a.m. And then, of course, last but certainly not least is Epcot. They've removed all park hours prior to July 15th, and they have shortened park hours from 9 a.m. park opening to 11 a.m. park opening. So they have pushed that by 2 hours. But as far as the Disney Parks blog go, they've got a lot of interesting information on that latest article as well. As far as well as the Disney resort, the resort goes, and at the very bottom of the blog it says, additionally, Disney Vacation Club resorts at Walt Disney World will reopen to members and guests, and Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground will begin to reopen on June 22nd. Disney's Vacation Club resorts in Vero Beach, Florida, and Hilton Head, South Carolina will also open to members and guests starting on June 15th. So yes, you won't be able to go into the parks necessarily, but the Disney Vacation Club resorts at Walt Disney World and Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and your campgrounds will begin to reopen on June 22nd. And then, of course, another big point of info that come out on this is you will not be, I don't think a lot of people really try this, but you will not be able to just walk right up and get tickets at the gate to the parks beginning July 15th and July 11th. You will have to go through a brand new online reservation system that they are working at. So they go on to say, because theme park capacity will be significantly limited as we welcome guests back to the Magic, we will manage attendance through a new theme park reservation system that will require all guests to obtain a reservation for park entry in advance. But they say at this time, we are temporarily pausing new ticket sales and Disney Resort hotel reservations so we can focus on guests with existing tickets and reservations. Disney Club Vacation members, however, can still make new reservations. Existing ticket holders and annual pass holders will be able to make reservation requests in phases before new tickets are sold. And they go on to say that we'll be reaching out to these guests soon to provide additional details. So they definitely want to take care of, if you already had your big planned trip and it was essentially taken away from you and you already had your tickets and your hotel resorts booked, they are going to reach out to you first, so you're essentially not skipped for new people. So once they've satisfied all of those pre-reservation requests with the annual pass holders and anybody that had the trips booked, like we said, then they will move on to anybody that is ready to newly commit to coming to the parks. So yeah, guys, that is what we are rolling with right now. And then as far as pending Orange County and state approval, Walt Disney World, their proposed plans should hopefully go through. So we will just kind of have to wait and see. It seems like the Economic Board and the Orange County, the state, they're fully behind what Disney wants to do. So I think it's just a matter of formality and some paperwork to get that to go through. But it's, nonetheless, we finally do not have to sit here and speculate anymore. Still got to speculate a little bit about you guys out there on the West Coast with Disneyland. But as far as Disney World goes, all eyes are on July 11th and July 15th. I can't believe it. Epcot, you would think it would just stay closed. But, I know there's a lot of you Epcot nerds out there really happy to see that reopening on July 15th, even with all of the construction and all that's going on over there. And we will just have to keep our eyes out and see how this phases out. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Universal Studios, of course, because they are opening in less than 12 days as the moment of this, as Disney's announcement. So a lot of interesting stuff to look forward to. But yes, the plans have been unveiled for our Disney World Resort to resume operations. And it's going to be really fun, really interesting. I haven't canceled my trip yet for the end of August. I'm kind of in a wait-and-see mode. Let's see how crazy it is. Let's make sure they don't close it all down again. But I've got up to 7 days to cancel, I believe. And I'm sure they're being really, really, flexible as far as cancellations go. We'll just have to see. I don't know about the end of August how flexible they're going to be, but we'll just keep you up to date, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all this Disney action. And go check out Blog Mickey and check out Disney Parks blog for more information. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. See you.